Always a fun day when we have Alec Naiman here, as long as he's behaving himself.
Lord.
We also have Michael Ledger here with us from Feeding the Gulf Coast. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Alec, I know you over time have done so much with Feeding the Gulf Coast as well.
Well, it's certainly been a personal mission of mine, and certainly it's my involvement with them has, I guess, gone back a couple of decades. Michael, of course, running CEO of the operation. We do a lot of good things, child nutritional programs, backpack programs, and so forth. I think we service around 400 partner agencies.
That's right.
And so I'm just appreciative for what Michael does for the food bank, and God bless, we move millions of pounds a month. So.
Well, I think you brought millions of pounds of food here this morning. And per usual, Alec never comes without a huge array of food to cook and display for us here on Studio 10. So we appreciate that. Alec, I'm going to let you get going here in a bit while we talk to Michael here. So Feeding the Gulf Coast serves so many people throughout our community. Talk to us about how the United Way helps you all do what you do.
Well, you know, everything we do is based on our partnerships, and United Way of Southwest Alabama is one of our most important partners. They plug us into volunteers that we can use, funds that we put to work for helping those in need and hunger, and with hunger rates is up much as 20% of our population in the 4 counties that we're talking about here today. We need all the support we can get.
Let's talk a little bit about that. We know this past year, especially for our area, the whole world is going through the coronavirus pandemic. So we have that we're dealing with, but there's also been so many storms here locally that have impacted so many people. So I assume y'all need more help now more than ever.
Absolutely. Last year we put out a record 38 million pounds of food in our area. And COVID has not gone away. We had a little bit of an ebb, but you know, as we know that it's persisted, we have a resurgence. People are out of work, jobs are closed, and they need help. And now Ida's come, and that's displaced even more people.
So when you donate to United Way, you help Feeding the Gulf Coast does what you do as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Critical partner that pass that along, and they also connect us to other folks that can help us support the mission, partners that can help us push this forward.
All right, so great. Such an opportunity for you to give. Of course, we're talking all morning long about how simple it is if you are fortunately in a position to do so, and we'll post those ways in just a bit here. I do want to check in on this food process. So, Alec, you brought a lot of stuff. You've got chicken, you've got salmon, you've got fruit. What are you working on right now?
Well, this is going to be a little spicy citrus chicken. I got lime juice and orange juice and cracked red pepper and hot sauce and olive oil, some garlic. Got garlic, you know. Anyhow, it's good stuff.
Well, I am looking forward to that. That does look like a phenomenal recipe. Sometimes when Alec is on the show, I try to take mental notes and I go home and try to recreate it myself. Not as good as the legend here, but you know, I try to learn.
I've seen his cooking. Man, he makes great reservations, if you know what I mean.
And you also are going to do some salmon later. What are you going to do with that salmon?
Well, we're gonna. I call that my Firecracker Salmon. Now, I usually marinate it in soy sauce and sesame oil and balsamic vinegar and brown sugar and ginger, garlic, and a little cracked red pepper too. Everything got a little bite to it today, you know.
And then you mentioned you put a post on social media with some grilled fruit, which not a lot of people grill fruit, and you wanted to show off that some today too,
well,
right?
We made some kebabs. I'm gonna top it with a strawberry, and then we're gonna grill it. I'm making a little glaze over here with a little pineapple juice, orange juice, lime juice, a little apple cider vinegar, and that kind of stuff. And we're gonna brush some glaze on it.
All right.
What do you think?
Salmon, S-A-L-M-O-N. How do you say that?
Salmon.
Yeah, I agree. He pronounces
He's
the L.
from Wisconsin.
But he's the expert.
I mean, he
That's
thinks
right.
they make cheese
And he's
up
the-
there.
We're going to keep this debate going here. The important thing is you can give to the United Way, y'all. We're going to have the information all throughout the show. And when we come back, Jennifer Lambers is going to be out here, and all of this stuff is going to be sizzling and grilling away. So can't wait for that, guys.
Woo.
Well, we are back outside right now with Alex Naiman from Naiman's Catering and also Michael Ledger, the president and CEO of Feeding the Gulf Coast. Yes, I know we have so much going on out here. We are cooking up some salmon, some chicken, grilling some of that fruit, but I want to go ahead and talk about what Feeding the Gulf Coast does and just some of the programs that you guys have right now.
Yeah, well, we're running all of our programs. COVID, of course, has caused us to ramp all of that up. Child nutrition programs, backpack programs, school pantry programs, after-school feeding, summer feeding, and we're also doing mobile pantries, so you may see us putting out 5, 10, 20,000 pounds of food with one of our great partners. in a parking lot near you to try to reach those people in need. So all of those tools we use to help people, and people can find help by going to feedingthegulfcoast.org. From there, you can find help. You can also donate, you can volunteer time. We couldn't do what we do without volunteers helping us along the way.
Yeah, and we talked about COVID and the mobile pantries and just why they're so important during this time. And you're mentioning earlier in the break how the poverty levels the hunger levels are also going up.
Yeah, 1 in 6 people in our area and the United Way of Southwest Alabama service area are facing hunger. 1 in 4 children are facing hunger. So when you see 4 children, more than likely one of those are facing hunger. So it's our job and our mission to work with partners like the Boys and Girls Club, Dumas Wesley Community, and so many others to reach children that are facing hunger.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michael. And also I want to go ahead and talk to Mr. Naaman himself over here. You're getting some of that delicious looking fruit off the grill there.
Man, I got the most important job, feeding these folks around here.
You are right.
You know, we grilled some fruit. All right, it's pretty good stuff. Made a little glaze here. There's a little apple juice, pineapple juice, lime juice, a little brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Healthy.
I like it. And then also you got your salmon right there.
The
I
fruit
did
part's
get a
healthy,
sneak
ain't it?
taste of that, and the salmon is delicious. I'm not sure I'm supposed to tell anybody that, but
Just snuck it off there. And then also with your cooking, you were talking about the techniques with it for also working with Feeding the Gulf Coast.
Well, our food at the food bank is USDA and quality food. And, we purchase a lot of our food, so certainly any contributions and donations are certainly appreciated. That's how we're able to feed the thousands and thousands of people. Just in our area, I think it's like 27,000 just in Mobile County alone.
Wow.
Not to count the counties around us that we service too. So.
Well, I want to thank you both so much for joining us here today, and we're going to have more coming up on Studio 10. Joe.